How's it going, guys, and welcome to today's video. A couple weeks ago when I was hauling calves with my truck here, I noticed a little bit of an issue with the steering that really needs to be taken care of. At around 55, 60 miles an hour, when I would hit a bump on the freeway, I could feel a vibration in the steering wheel, and it kind of felt like the front wheels had a little shimmy to them as well. This was honestly really scary the first time that it happened to me, and it's something that I need to get fixed. That's what we're doing today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. I'm fully aware that my description of what's happening with the truck is probably not the greatest and probably left a lot of you scratching your heads. So I think what I'm going to do so that we can all see what's actually happening is mount a GoPro beneath the truck and drive around a little bit and see if I can recreate this issue on camera. There's a couple of spots where I know I think the bumps in the road are bad enough to trigger this shimmy in the front end. So I'm gonna go to the one that's closest to the house first, see if we can make it do it. And if I'm not satisfied with that one, then I'll go to where I know there's a worse bump in the road and we'll try it there. All right, the GoPros are recording. They're still under the truck, which is good. I was kind of wondering if they would hang on to get over here. So we are about to hit this bump. I'm gonna try to get up to about 55 because I know that's when this problem is the worst, and we'll see what happens. Wow, my heart is pounding. That is by far the worst that it's ever been before. It's a good thing there was no traffic coming the other way because I was having a difficult time maintaining control of the truck. But on a bright note, at least that really emphasizes what the problem was, and that should have shown good on camera. I'll have to go back and watch the footage. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's go try to fix this problem. The truck is back in the shop now, so let's talk about what we're going to do to try to solve this problem. After doing a lot of research online, I found many solutions from mild to pretty extreme, so I'm going to start more on the mild end of the spectrum, and if that doesn't solve my problem, I can go up from there. The fastest and easiest way to cure this problem, from what I read, was to replace the steering dampener and the front shocks on the truck. So rather than putting factory Ford parts back on, which let me down after 60,000 miles, I decided to upgrade to some Bilstein components. Here is my new steering stabilizer and one of my new front shocks. Bilstein's not endorsing this video. In fact, I'm not even sure that I'm saying their name right. These are just the parts that I found after my research that supposedly are gonna do the best job. So that's what we're gonna try. Changing shocks on a pickup like this is probably one of the easiest maintenance things that you can do because there's only two bolts, one here at the bottom and one at the top. We take those bolts out and release the pressure on the suspension, that shock will come right out. Before we go any further, I wanted to show you guys the difference between the old shocks and the new shocks. When I put them on this board here and compress them, easier said than done. So already I can feel that the Bilstein compresses a lot harder. And I pretty well got them down there now. So when I release pressure, the Bilstein comes right back up, and this stock shock is still, I don't think it's moving at all actually. Yeah, that's probably not good. So whether or not the front shocks have anything to do with steering wobble, at least I know that they needed to be replaced anyway. I'm getting ready to bolt on the new stabilizer from Bilstein, and I just wanted to show you guys before I get it on there how much beefier it is than the stock stabilizer. Hopefully that's a good sign. It means that it's going to work better. Time will tell on that. The other thing that I noticed on the stock stabilizer, you can tell it's been leaking a lot of oil. So that could be the source of our problem. I don't know. We're going to find out soon enough. All of my new parts are installed now. We're back in the truck, and I'm going to head back to that bump that almost killed us here earlier today. And we're going to hit it again at about the same speed and really hope that things turn out better this time. All right, we're coming up on the spot that we hit earlier today, so cross your fingers. Well, it did not do it that time, which is good. I mean, obviously that's great. But, you know, just testing it one time really isn't enough to convince me. So I think that I need to hit it a couple more times. And if it does all right, then we'll call this a success. It's been a couple of days since I installed the new shocks and steering dampener on my truck, and I've had a chance to put a few miles on it to see if we cured the problem. Now, over the last couple of days, I have not been able to recreate the death wobble scenario, which is good. That would indicate that we're definitely making strides in the right direction. However, there have been a couple of instances where the steering still felt kind of loose, so I think that maybe the new dampener is just masking a different problem. There could be an issue with the alignment, or there could be an issue with the bushings and some of the steering linkage pieces. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to have to look at those things and see if I can get to the bottom of what's going on. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.